Hi folks, this is Karim Raouf from IT Visualizer Channel. We will continue our lab, the Red Alert Lab. This is the video number 64. We have been discussing in the previous video the following. We have discussed how to use Keepass XC, which is a flavor of Keepass, or it is built on Keepass, and both are programs to manage passwords and usernames in an efficient way and in a secure way. In efficient way to be saved in a database which is very organized, and in a secure way to encrypt the database, so no one can ever access your database and see your passwords unless he have a password and an encryption key. So we have discussed this in the previous video, and today we will discuss how we can use Keepass XC with multiple users. So we have seen in Keepass XC and Keepass that we log in to the Windows with a certain username or a certain Windows username or a certain Windows account, and then begin using the Keepass or Keepass XC password manager. What about if you have multiple users or Windows users on the same machine? How they can use the Keepass program? First of all, every user will have his own database. So Karim will have a password on Keepass database that has all of his passwords stored in it and encrypted. Okay, and Ahmed will have another database for his usernames and password, and it will be encrypted by his encryption key and his password. So let's see and try to use multiple users on the same program and see how we can use actually the Keepass portable version, how we can use it, and how we can import in it the databases from different machines, and we can use it outside our network, or to be used outside our machine, or to be used on a public PC, for example. How we can do this. So let's see how we can do this, and at the end I will discuss some best practice options to be activated on Keepass XC and Keepass. So let's begin and see how we can do this. So first of all, we will return to our virtual machine. Here I have only one account, which is admin. He's the local administrator of the machine. I will create two users, one to be a second local administrator and the other to be a standard user, to see both of them using the Keepass software, and to see who of them will be able to change the program, to change the features and the options on the program, and how both will have different databases to store their passwords. So let's first log in with the machine. This is only one account created on this virtual machine that has Windows 10 installed on it. So I will go and create two users, one to be a second local administrator and the other to be a standard user that doesn't have any rights on the machine, just only to use the machine, not to install or uninstall programs, to see who can change the options on the Keepass program. So let's see how we can do this. So we will go there and we will take a certain amount of time. Now we need to open users. So here we can see that we have two accounts. There is a local administrator account. Okay, this is the default local administrator account created when you install Windows 10, and it is disabled by default after the finishing of the installation of Windows. And this is the second administrator account. Okay, it is created by you. Before logging into the Windows, he asks you to create a username to be the second local administrator. So now we will create a third local administrator and a standard user. A standard user here means that he is a user that doesn't have any administrative rights on the machine. He cannot install programs, he cannot remove programs, he cannot play or change the Windows setting. He is only available to use the Windows, not to change anything related to the setting or the programs installed on the Windows operating system. So let's see, we will create two users and we will make one of them the third local administrator and the other to be a standard user. Okay, so here we name the username. We will name it for example S user. This S stands for standard user, and we will tell him this is a standard user, and we will give it a password. and to make this user a standard user, we should put him in a local group called users, and to make a certain user a local administrator, we need to put him in a group called administrators. So we will see that in a moment. We will go and create the user, and we will not hit uncheck user must change password at next login, and then we will put a password, and we will log in with these two users and see how Keepass will react to them, if he will ask us to create a new database or he will use other users' database. We will see that anyway. So this is a standard user. We need to go to the groups and then users and then add S user. So here it is added by default. This user, it is created and it is added to the users group. So this is a standard user. So by default, any local user created on the machine, it will be added to the local users group. Okay, so when we create our second user, which should be a local administrator, it will be added here. We need to remove him and put him in the administrators group. So we will see that in a moment. So now we'll create a second user, and all of this is to test and see how the Keepass will react or will deal with multiple users on the same program. So administrator number 2, or this is number 3 actually. So now we will put description, and we'll put a password, and then we will also uncheck user must change password at next login. And then we will create the user, and then we need to put him in the administrators group and remove him from the users group because it will be added here. So we need to add, here we have two administrators or two local administrators, admin and administrator. We will add admin 2 to the list, and we should remove him from users because it is added automatically here. This user should not be a member in multiple groups. Okay, this will make conflict and will make the user you will not be able to log in with it. So for example, if you are a member in multiple groups, the most restrictive group that have rights on it, it will be applied to you. Okay, not the most group that have rights, the least group that have rights will be applied to you. So for example, if you're in a group that have, for example, a permission to full control, and in another group that had permission read, you will be applied to read, not full control. Just wait for a moment, guys. So let's continue, guys. Here we need to add administrator number 2 to this group, okay, and remove it from the users group. So let's see this, and all of this is to test and see these users how they will react or to deal with the program. For example, the local administrator can change the Keepass options. The standard users can change the Keepass options. This should be tested. Okay, so here we need to remove admin 2 because it is there. As we said, it is added by default. So now we have admin 2 and we have standard user or a US user. So let's test both users and see. Just wait for a moment, guys. So let's continue, guys. Here we will try to log in with the two users. Okay, this is the password of the Keepass database for the admin user. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that I am currently logged in now. This is Keepass. I just will try it. Just log in and log off to make sure that this is my database. So there is no other database for any user. I have only one database for this user, and its location, it's in the Keepass database. So you have only one database and one key or one encryption key for one user, which is the admin user, which is a local administrator on the machine. So let's try and see here. Here we can see that it is locked. So there is an option to lock the database. If you leave the program not used for a couple of seconds, the database will be locked, so you cannot open it or do anything. You just need to unlock the database. Okay, so now This is something like you leave the machine unused for a certain amount of time. So if you leave the program not used and opened for a certain amount of time, the database will be locked. So you need to enter your database password to enter the database and do entries or change entries. So let's see. Here you tell him to unlock. So this is another feature to lock the database after a certain amount of time. So we unlock the database. So we'll just pause the video, and then now we can access the database normally. Now we will close the program as a whole and try to log in with the users that we have created earlier and see if we be able to see the admin database and his passwords. Okay, so we'll close the program and then we will right click the Windows icon and tell him to sign out. And then we need to log in with the administrator number 2 or standard user. So we will log in with the standard user and see the Keepass program and see if we can change its options and if we need to create a database for this user. So we will see that in a moment. So now we will pause the video, and then we will, this our privacy setting, we need to close it by default because this violates the privacy of my environment, especially if you are in an organization. You don't need your location to be revealed, advertising ID, tailored experience, or telemetry setting for Microsoft. All of this should be closed. Now we will try to open the program and see what will happen. First of all, we should not see the admin Keepass database. Now it is like we are opening the program for the first time. We need to check for updates regularly. This is the thing, and then we cannot see any database, okay, for admin, especially for the admin account. We need to create a new password. Okay, we need to create a new password. First of all, I'm trying to see if I can change the setting of the program. So basically I can, okay. The standard user can change the setting of the program, okay. So the setting of the program for his Windows profile, okay. So this is it, okay, but he cannot change the program setting for user admin, for example. Now we will create a database password for S user, okay, and here we need to create a database so he can save his passwords too. He will not be able to see admin password. This same setting applies. Continue, and then we will create a password using the password generator, okay, and we will no, we will not use the same password. We'll create a new one and we will create a key. Or we can use the same. I think I will just play with the password itself. I will just use my admin password and add to it another character. So this will be the S user Keepass database password, okay. So we'll do this, okay, and then we will confirm the password, okay. We will put it, or I change my mind, I will create one from the password generator. So I will create one, okay, I'll make it 30 characters, okay, this is it, and then I will tell him to apply the password, or not copy. I can tell him to apply the password. This is be simpler. I will copy it and put it in my Excel sheet, or just to save it outside, and then we tell him to apply the password, okay. And now we have it, and we add additional protection. We will create a key. So the same that we have done for admin user will be done for the S user, okay. So we will tell him to generate a key. This is a completely different key. So we will put the key in the Keepass folder, and we name it key1 or key user if you prefer, okay. So this is another key, or key user, okay, key S user or U user, okay. And then we tell him done, and we need to put the database also. We give it another name to differentiate it from admin password, from admin database, sure. So we tell him passwords user database. Okay, so now we can see that it's a completely new database. We can change the setting of the program, but it is related to his profile, not others' profile. Okay, so he can change the setting related to his profile, not to others. Keepass program profile. Okay, so the admin have different Keepass setting, and the user have different Keepass setting, and any user will have his own Keepass setting. Okay, so this is tested by a standard user. So let's see if we can change also the setting with an admin account. So now we have used another user. All of the settings are available and he can change it, the standard user, but I think it is related to his profile only. Okay, so the program has profiles. This is related to his profile on the program. So right click and log off or sign out, and then log in with the admin account and create admin2 account, and we will create a database and a key, and then we will take all of the users databases and passwords and export them to the cloud, and then I will go to my laptop or to another PC or a public PC and use the portable version of the program and import all of these passwords or database passwords and their keys to my portable program. So we will see that in a moment. So now this is administrator number 2. So now I think we need to pause the video because it will take a little bit of time to load the profile, and then we will close all of the privacy setting. Okay, so we'll tell him accept, and then we will pause the video now, or we will not pause it. Now we will open the program, and as usual we will not see other users database passwords. Okay, he need to create a profile, or need to create a database for him and a key for him as well. So now we will open the program, check for updates, and then we will create a database. We will do the same. So we'll create a database, okay, and we will make it passwords for admin2, and then I will save all of these databases and keys related to the users to the cloud, and then we will use these databases and passwords on a portable version of this program on a public PC, for example. Now we will copy this password. So I will create a random password using the password generator. So now we will copy it, okay, and then we will go to my text file and paste the password because I need it later. Okay, so now we have 4 database passwords and 4 encryption keys for 4 users. Okay, now we will add a key, and then we'll generate a key, and we will save it to the Keepass folder. So now you will have admin2 or key admin2 key, and then save, and then we will create a database, and we will see if the admin can change the setting of the program. For sure he can, because the standard user was able to do this, so the local admin should be able to do this. So we'll tell him passwords admin2, okay, admin2, and then save. Now we can see that his database is blank, okay, and we cannot be able, or we didn't see any entries. Now we can change the setting of the program, but also this is related to his profile. But I think it is related to his profile. He will not be able to change any other user's profile, okay. And then we will sign out, and I will export, or we save all these databases and keys, save it to the cloud, and go to a public PC, download these keys and database, and use a portable version of the program to open them and edit them. So now we'll go to the admin account, I will open my Google Drive account and save all of these databases and keys to it. Okay, so now I will open my Microsoft Edge and will export all of these passwords, databases and keys to the cloud. And by the way, I will show you all how we can update or sync these changes to the cloud. So for example, if I need to have my database password to use it in different locations or different PCs, and I can save my current database to the cloud and use it from any place I need. So for example, here on my laptop I have Keepass and I have my database on it, so I can save it to Google Drive, work with it normally, and return to my home and use the same database. Okay, so this we can do it. Okay, we can do it simply. I will show you all how we can do this. So now, just a moment. So now we will export, or we will save these databases to my Google Drive. So I'll go to my Google Drive, okay, and save all of these passwords and these keys to a folder. And even I will create another folder. So before, in previous video, I have created a folder on my Google Drive space, named it Keepass database. I will create another folder, name it Keepass keys, so I can save the keys as well. Okay, so let's go and upload all of these databases and keys to the cloud. Okay, so now we can go further and Keepass database, tell him new. I need to create a new folder first and name it Keepass keys. So we have two folders, one for the database and one for the encryption key. Okay, so just a moment, here is the folder. I will create something called, again, I will create a folder named Keepass keys. So it will take a little bit of time. Now we will create a new folder in my Google Drive. Okay, and we will name it Keepass keys. Okay, Keepass keys. Okay, and then tell him create. So now we will we will export these databases and keys to these folders on the cloud. So now I will go, I have this for the admin database, so I will upload the two databases for the two users I have created now, for admin 2 and standard user. I will upload it to the cloud and then upload their keys as well. So because the database will not open unless you provide the password and the key. So now we have done this, we need to save also the keys for the users. Now we will go and it is preferable for me just to save the database on a certain service cloud provider, the database on a certain service cloud provider, and the keys on another service cloud provider, so no one can be able to get both in the same location, just to be more sure. Okay, the database on a different cloud server and the keys on a different cloud server, because if anyone gets the database, he will not be able to get the key, and if he is unable to get the key, he will not be able to get the database. Okay, or you can export only the databases and have the keys on a flash with you. Okay, so this is another thing, but I prefer to be it on the cloud actually, because the USB can be stolen or can be lost, for example. Now we will upload all of the keys. So now we'll go to the folder of the Keepass key, and then we will add the 3 keys, or we'll upload the 3 keys. Okay, and open. Okay, so these are the 3 keys, and now I need to use these databases, okay, on a public internet, for example, or public internet PC. So let's see, this is the portable version of the program. I will also upload it, but as a zip file. I will upload this version of the program. This is a portable version, but it is zipped, so I will also upload it to my cloud drive, so I can use it from any other place. This can be with you on a flash drive, or it can be added to the cloud. This is simple. Or you can download it from the website of the program. So I will tell him Keepass portable program. So this is one thing, to have always a portable version of your program or your password manager program. Okay, so now we will go and upload the version to it. So now we'll tell him new, and then okay, I'll tell him to add or file upload and add the portable version of my program. Okay, here downloads, and this is the portable version. It is zip file. Sometimes the Google Cloud doesn't accept exe files to be uploaded to him, so you can only add zip files. Okay, anyway, so I have uploaded the program. It is very simple and it is very small in size. It's only 3 megabytes. So now let's go to a public PC, for example, in your in any other place. So we will shut down the PC and go to my laptop or my host and try to use the portable version with the databases and keys that I have exported earlier. Okay, so let's see. Now another thing I need to show you all, I have my Google Drive. Okay, so I have a Google Drive account. My Google Drive account, I can access it from the browser, or I can access it from my computer. Let me show you all what I mean by this. So if we go, just wait for a moment, if I go a little bit further here, just wait for a moment. Again, let me show you something here. If we open this again, we need to, or I have something, let me show you all here something. This is, if you can see here, this is my Google. I have my Google space, okay, here added to my laptop. Okay, this is here, the Google Drive will appear as a partition. Let me show you all what I mean by this. Here, if we open this one here, this is my local partitions and this is my Google Drive partition, so I can save my Keepass database to it and it will be synced to the cloud. Okay, so this is a good option if you are private, okay, or if you are working on a private laptop. But actually I do not recommend it at all, because if your PC is infected with malware or something, it will infect this drive as well. It will infect your local drives and your Google Drive. So I prefer to upload your Keepass database to the Google Drive using the browser, not using this method to add the Google Drive as a partition and add it or add the Keepass to it. No, I do not prefer this way. Okay, so this is how, if you need to do this, you can go to the website of Google and tell him to download Google Desktop Drive application. So after installing it, he will add your Google Drive space to your computer as a partition. Okay, but I do not prefer this because it will be infected with malware if your PC is infected with malware. So let me continue, but I will show you all how we can download it. So we will go to the internet, okay, and download something called Google Drive, okay, Google Drive desktop application. So here we can see, after you install this program, your Google Drive space will appear as a partition. Okay, so this is good. I do not prefer it at all. Okay, I just showing you all how you can do this. It is actually it will be easier for you to save your database to it, and it will be synced to the cloud automatically. But if it is infected, or your PC is infected with a malware, it will infect the Google Drive also as well. So here we can see that choose folders on your computer to sync with Google Drive or backup to Google Photos and access all of your content directly from your PC or Mac. Okay, we can see this, what you mean. Safely store your files and access them from any device, I do not prefer this method. So I will go open my PC and open my Google Drive. Here I have this application installed, and then remember, this is my drive, my Google Drive, and here you can see we have the folder of Keepass keys, Keepass database, Keepass program, so we can copy them simply. Okay, and I will begin installing or opening the Keepass program, the portable version, and add to it the Keepass database and the Keepass keys. So let's tell him paste. Okay, and then we'll begin working with the program. So just wait for a moment. So now simply, this is a public PC. Okay, you have your portable version of the program, so we will just unzip it. Okay, and then open the program. So we tell him to extract the program or the portable program, and then simply open the Keepass. Okay, and then add the databases and their paired keys. Now we need to enable automatic updates. So I didn't install the program, just open it. I will tell him to disable. Okay, you need to enable, and then to open the database, open file or open database, and then we'll add the 3 databases that I have downloaded. So I go there and tell him Keepass database, and then add the 3, or add one by one. So I add this is the first one. Okay, and then we need to put the master password for this database, which is the first one. Okay, copy, and then add it, and then provide the key. Okay, so it will not open unless I provide the password and the key too. Okay, so we will do this, and we'll go to the key, and then add the key for this database, and then I can simply open my passwords normally. Okay, this is it, very simple. Okay, so this is how I can use my passwords. Now let's try to add another database. Actually, when you add another database, it will close this database. It cannot open 2 databases at the same time. So now we will add the normal or the standard user database. So now I need to provide the password, which is this password. Okay, we will copy it, and then we will add it here. Okay, and then provide the key, and then this is the key for the database, and now I can access another user database. He will close the other database and open a new database. Okay, so you cannot open 2 databases at once. Okay, so now we will tell him open the admin database, the last one. Okay, so we will do this copy. Okay, and then paste it here. Okay, and then we'll provide this key. Okay, and then we can open the database normally, and very easy to do it. Okay, so very simple. You can add any database, any key. This is the database, and you can see when I open the database, it opens directly. That didn't ask me to provide a password or a key. It opens automatically. So this is a session, or it is a session, it's already accepted. So this is very simple how we can use a portable version of the program and export all of our databases and keys to it. Okay, I will tell you some recommendations. This is a website how to use the Keepass more securely. So this is options as best practice. Okay, one of them, for example, is to use enhanced clipboard method. Let me open the portable program of Keepass and see these options. First of all, I need to do something, guys. Here I need to download Keepass XC portable version, because I don't have this portable version of it. I have only Keepass portable version, not the Keepass XC portable version. So download for Windows, and then I will download the portable version. Okay, and then we need to see if these settings will be available on both programs. So let me go and open the portable version of Keepass. So now this is the portable version of Keepass XC. Now we will go to Keepass database or Keepass program and open Keepass, the normal Keepass, and then open the program. Here I can provide the key. Just wait for a moment. So here I will provide the key for this database. Just wait for a moment. Here it is. So we'll go there and provide the key, copy, and then paste, and then open. So here we go, we go to tools, okay, and then options, and then let's see the recommendation. Here is saying that we can use something called enhanced clipboard. Okay, so I think here you have two options. When you copy a password to the clipboard, it will be saved and cleared after a certain amount of times. Or there is something called enhanced, allow pasting only once and protect against clipboard spice. So I think here allows you only to add a password or copy a password once. He will not enable you to copy it a lot or a certain amount of time. Okay, let's see here enhanced behavior. Let's see what is Keepass. Let me show you how we can first get this option. So we'll go to where we can get it here. We can get it from memory. Okay, where is memory? It's not there. I think this is another version of the program. It's wrong one. Let's go to the clipboard auto type. So it's not there. I think we go to the security general. Yes, here is the clipboard. Now this is not there actually. I think this is for an older version of the program, so it is removed. This option was removed. Let me see here. This is the clipboard, so we do not have this option available anymore because the website says it is there, so it is not there. The policy, the interface. So this is the main window, entry, quick search, advanced, integration. Okay, advanced. Let's see here if we have any other thing. So this option is not available anymore. Okay, so this website doesn't contain a correct data. Disable unsafe operations. Here he will disable exporting of databases. So disable unsafe operations. Unsafe operations like exporting. So you not, I think you export database as HTML or CSV or export it as a whole. I think no. Here is telling me that we export the database as Excel sheet or HTML. So let's see this one. It is in security. If you go there, tools, and then options, and then we'll go to security. Where it is here, it is in disable unsafe operations. So here we need to go and see where it is. So it is not there anymore. It's not there actually. So it is not there. Okay, so it is not there. Okay, also this entry is not there anymore. Okay, so integration and advance, and we cannot see this option anymore. So these settings are not available anymore. So two of these recommendations are not available anymore. Okay, as for advance, we can tell him to automatically generate random passwords for new entries in the database. Okay, so we will tell the password generator to create automatic passwords for me, automatic random passwords for me. Let's see how we can get this option from. We can get it from advance. Okay, we can go there, advance, and then auto type. Let's see here, advance. Okay, where we can see. Okay, remember. Okay, search automatic. Okay, no, it's not there. So it is there. Allow, consider matches. Okay, no, it's not there anymore. Okay, let's see in security if we can do this. Clipboard, Keepass. No, also this option is not available. So most of these recommendations are old. It's not there anymore. So anyway, so let me double check. Okay, remember passwords, use buttons. Anyway, so he doesn't give an option to generate automate passwords. Okay, this is also not there. Use master password and key file. We do this key forum to fill forums on the internet using extension called key forum. I do not prefer this, okay, because extensions are dangerous. We don't know its source code or programming code. Use Mozilla instead of Internet Explorer. Actually, Internet Explorer is expired and it's not used anymore. Use autotype, we can use it. And this is another recommendation, to use on-screen keyboard when you are on a public program or a public PC. You can type your password using on-screen keyboard, not the keyboard of the public computer, because if there is any programs that will record your keystrokes on your keyboard, it will you know the password. It's a little bit not easy, but this is more secure. So let's see what is on-screen keyboard. So if you go to on-screen keyboard, it is from accessories. So let's see here, accessories. Okay, let's say on screen. I think it will take a little bit of time. I need his Windows accessories. Okay, and we can go to I think maybe system tools. No, there is other one, ease of use. Yes, on-screen keyboard. So when you are on a public computer, okay, it is preferable to type the password like this, but this is of course if no one is seeing it, okay, if no one is watching you. Okay, this is the on-screen keyboard. So this is one of the recommendations, to type it using on-screen keyboard, because if there is some programs called keyloggers, or some programs that will monitor the keys type on your keyboard, it will get the password using this kind of programs. So all of these options are not available anymore. So this is it. Let's see the portable version of another or the Keepass XC. This is for the Keepass program. Let's see the Keepass XC. So let's open it from here. Okay, right click and open folder. Let's see, open, show in folder, and we will close this one. Here it is. We will right click and we will open the program, and then let's see where is the Keepass. We will open this one. Okay, here is the program, the portable version, and check yes, and then we will tell him to see the options of the program and basic setting. Let's go to it is something advanced, maybe Keepass. Okay, let's see here something related to the options to clipboard, for example. Let's see where is the clipboard here. The options for the clipboard, go to, this is basic setting. So let's go further. This is general, start automatically. Okay, there is no something related to the clipboard from here. Okay, as for security, clear clipboard, there is no something called enhanced feature. It's not there anymore. So browser integration, we don't have it. SSIG, and there is Keepass share. You can create create a key and then export it and send it to a friend, and he will open it using or he will open it using a password. This can be done. Okay, so basically this is not there, and I think the other settings will not be available anymore. So if you open again the program, let's open the same this one. Yes, enhanced is not available anymore. Unsafe operations, it is in security. So let's see where is unsafe operations. Here we do not have it. Okay, so it's not there actually also. So all of these recommendations are not there anymore. Options, and there is something security called use more secure password edit controls. What is use secure password. Let's see here what is use. Okay, it's not there. Actually, all of these options are not available in the program anyway, so I think it's a waste of time to and see advanced to generate. So first of all, enhanced, it is not there. Unsafe operations is not there. More secure passwords is not there. Create automatic passwords randomly. Let's see here where we can get this. We can get it from advanced. So if there is something here called advanced, no, not there. And there is also browser integration, security, key share. So no, we do not have anything related to advanced here in the program. Auto type on a screen keyboard. So we can use what is available from these recommendations, or what is applicable from these recommendations. Hope this video informative you all, and would like to thank you all for viewing. Thank you so much.